Bros, we did it! I'm not rooting for this guy at all. I hope Blue Nadakhan kills him and feeds him to the Sky Pirates.
Yo, I'm really sorry, okay?
What is wrong with you? Why are you blue?
Blue Nadakhan is real. I'm so proud of everyone for joining together their collective delusions to will this into existence. Today we got an incredibly short first look at Dragons Rising Season 1 Part 2. Which, just to remind you guys, releases on October 12th, which is getting closer and closer every day. I just wanted to say real quick, it's genuinely good to be excited about Ninjago again. Obviously, Part 2 could be a flop and yada yada, but it's genuinely good to look back at my Don't Care About 2023 video, and so far, it's aged pretty poorly because I'm excited. It's definitely more of cautious optimism than anything, but still, I am pretty stoked for Dragons Rising Part 2. Which is why it's pretty nice that we've just gotten our first look at this new batch of episodes. It's just a short look though, only clocking in at 18 seconds, so don't expect anything too insane. A Jin? Yeah, for an 18-second long teaser, there's actually quite a bit here. So we start off with a really nice looking establishing shot of Ninjago City post-merge. I'm pretty sure this is the crossroads because you can see Arin and Sora's penthouse just in the background there. The next shot we see here is one of a bunch of dragons flying towards the Temple of the Dragon Energy Cores from the sets. If the set itself is anything to go by, the episode centering around this temple will probably end with an altercation with Imperium, where the Empress herself seems like she's going to show up for the fight. Maybe Raz is here standing against both the ninja and Imperium to complete his own goals. Although this is just me speculating, the sets are never really the most accurate thing in the world. Next thing we see here is Sora, Arin and Wildfire opening up the Temple of the Dragon Energy Cores. Here's a picture of the temple from the previous shot and this door for comparison just to show you it is the same location. Our next shot here is one of a Melopian doing some pretty sick acrobatics. Perhaps this means we're going to get an episode focusing on the Melopians. Also really excited to revisit familiar locations from the original show and see how the merge has changed them. I want to see what the merge has done to the City of Styx or Shintaro or Melopia. Actually, I really want to see what the merge has done to Melopia, given how Melopians live on the surface world now. Nice. There's a quick shot here of Kai giving Wildfire a boost into the air. Pretty reminiscent of that one moment with Nia and Lloyd in Sons of Garmadon. Then we see what looks like coal. That has to be coal, right? He has the lava arms and everything. That has to be coal. As for why he looks like this, I have no idea. Maybe he became one with his element like Nia did? I don't know. I got nothing. It's definitely him though. Next up, we have a bunch more shots of Kai and Wildfire exploring this massive cave system, which ultimately leads to them finding what looks like a dragon energy core. I'm really glad we're getting to see more of these two characters interact. What little we saw of them in episode 10 really set up a fun dynamic. I really like the idea that Kai is this like hot-headed fire elemental that's just being completely one-upped by an even more hot-headed and irrational fire elemental.
There can't be two elemental masters of fire at the same time. It's impossible. Also, it's rude.
Pairing these two together makes Kai somehow seem like the more rational and level-headed elemental in comparison, which I didn't even know was possible. Really fun set of characters. Super excited to see how they interact in these next episodes.
Not that fire, but don't worry. I'll give you some pointers later.
What?
Next up, we have some shots of Nia and Sora fighting this Grim Reaper looking guy. Notably though, both Nia and Sora seem to have this yellow splodge on their hands. It looks like some kind of paint or ink, and I have no idea what this is. If I were to run an absolute wild guess, this guy looks like a ghost, right? Ghosts in Ninjago, you can't touch them by normal means. Or you can sometimes, I don't know. Maybe this paint stuff is something that Nia and Sora have on them so they can interact with this guy physically. Either that or maybe Nia and Sora have been marked for death, so to speak. And this paint stuff on them is an indicator for this guy to come and take them out. Ultimately though, like all of the stuff in this teaser, big mystery, we're gonna have to wait and see. Our next and probably most interesting shot of this trailer is a Jin. Now this is interesting. Just so you know now, I'm about to say the episode title for one of the part 2 episodes, so if you don't want to see that, click off now, although it's not really much of a spoiler at this point. One of the episodes of part 2 is entitled The Last Jin. As someone who's absolutely sick to death of returning Ninjago villains, this gave me a massive groan at first. But this has me incredibly excited. Revisiting the already pre-established concept of Jins and Ninjago through a new character is way more interesting than rehashing Nadakhan. Especially when it's coming right after a season dedicated exclusively to rehashing villains. Also, points to the fact that he's wearing blue. I'm incredibly excited to see what the deal with the last Jin is, and what role he's going to play in the story of Dragons Rising. The final shot in this trailer is literally just the shot of the Source Dragon shooting Lloyd from episode 10 reused, although the colors in the part 2 teaser shot are ever so slightly just more muted than the actual episode, so maybe it's like a flashback to Lloyd having that vision. Ultimately though, it's the same shot, we've seen this before. This is the second time now LEGO has reused footage from part 1 when teasing a part 2 of something for Ninjago. I don't know why they keep doing it, but they really like doing that for some reason. And yeah, that's the full part 2 teaser for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1. You might be asking me, how did I get a 5-minute long video out of 18 seconds of footage? I have no clue. Whatever the case, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like on it and all of the usual YouTube stuff, and let me know what you're most excited to see in part 2 of Dragons Rising Season 1. That's all I really have for you today, so thanks for watching this video everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.